What is Microsoft Azure Fabric? So generally, guys, we have a Microsoft Azure portal. So in this portal, we have a services. In this portal, we have a services. See, here we are able to see the plenty of services. These services actually categorized by three components: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Infrastructure means like this virtual networks, firewalls, storages, virtual machines, compute, right? These are all things which is comes under the infrastructure. That resources creations, firewall settings, networking, right? These backups will be taken care by the Azure admin team. And even though we have a platform as a services also is there. Platform means development related services like a Databricks. Here we are writing the PySpark SQL Python code. Next we have a Synapse. It is a data warehouse. It is a data warehouse. Here we are loading the large volume of data. Here we are doing the star schema data modeling. We'll implement the fact tables and dimension tables. Okay. And we have a RDBMS like a SQL, Azure SQL Server. And we have a uh, like different databases also which is there into the our Azure SQL. Both those things also comes under the platform as a service. So development related service which is comes under the PaaS service. Next we have a SaaS service, software as a service. Software means product like Office 365 something. Okay. So some of the softwares which is comes under the software as a service. Right. So here we are doing it. Here we are doing the all those things: infra services, development related services, platform as a service. Right. When we are working with all those things, so Azure portal means it is a simply it is a center place. It is a one of the center place where we can manage the all the Azure related services like missions, databases, networkings. So it will give the Microsoft Azure portal, it will give the range of options for these cloud resources. Okay. So here we are not focusing on any specific thing. So it is a central place, we can do anything. So now here we are not doing only specific task. Here we are doing all our cloud related things. Any task we can do under the central plane in this Microsoft Azure portal. But when you are working with the Azure portal, actually not related to any data engineer. It is not related to admin. So Azure portal actually it is suitable for anyone, anything, any Azure related services we can do under the Azure portal. Right? So for example, if you are using the Microsoft Azure portal, you have a different types of data movements, guys. You have a different types of data movements like a batch processing data. Okay. So or else we have a three types of data movements generally: batch processing data, live data, any event based related data. Okay. So batch processing means structured data or a file system related data. Structured data means the data which is available in the form of tables, the rows and columns, right? Structure manner. File system related data means like a CSV, Parquet, AVR, JSON, text, all those things which is comes under file system related data. So batch processing data means there is a some lag, there is an interval of time. So maybe 1 hour or 1 day or a 4 hour something. So there is a lag. That type of data movements we can call it as a batch processing data. Live data means immediate within minutes, right? We are move the data from source to the destination, right? So if you are using the normal Microsoft Azure portal, right? If you are handling the different workloads like a batch processing data, live data, vendor related data, we are working with one client, guys. The client name is maybe General Motor Finance. So this General Motor Finance having three types of data: batch processing data, real-time streaming data, event-based related data. Okay, so batch processing data means here maybe they are using on-prem SQL Server or something, right? Live streaming means there is a Kafka, something, any IoT devices, something sources. Event related means maybe something source related applications. Okay, when we are moving three types of data movements from different sources from one client, okay, here we are doing the batch processing workload separately. So here we are adding the data factory, Databricks, and source maybe your wish, either SQL Server or any something Synapse. Here we are having the live streaming data. Here we need to create one more pipeline. Here we need to add data factory, Databricks, and a destination. And next vendor related, again, we have a data factory, Databricks, and data warehouse. Any RDBMS data warehouse. These three things actually common. We are using the Power BI for generating the reports. Here we are using the Power BI, data factory, Databricks, SQL, and Synapse, and secure manner. Here we are using role-based access control. For storing the sensitive information, we are using Azure Key Vault, and connecting the services, we are in the virtual network, VPNs. There are a lot of things here we are integrating, right? So we already seen, right? While if your data which is available in ADLS Gen 2, if you are planning to read the data from ADLS Gen 2 Databricks, then what is the procedure? We need to create a mount point. We need an app registration service. We need to create a client ID and password. We need to store those things into the keyword. Next, we'll create a mount point. Next, we need to create a Databricks secret scope. Next, we'll create a Databricks utilities. Next, we need to write mount point. Next, we'll write the Spark code. By using the Spark code, we are reading the data with the help of data frame. There are a lot of steps we need to do. There are a lot of integrations we need to do. Right. So, but when we are working with these big clients for handling the different workloads, when you are working with the different teams like a data engineer, data science, data analyst, so we used to integrating all those services and we need to give the permissions. There are a lot of things we need to do. So here developer actually feels some maybe headache, some confusion, right? There are a lot of things which we need to do here in Microsoft Azure portal. So portal is a one central place. Here we are managing the all the services. But here our client is here our main client role is take care of only Azure data engineer related works only. He is not going to bother about the infrastructure and any networking firewalls, any backups. He is not going to bother about anything. So his intention is his main client intention is I am repeating one more time, client main intention is handling the data related workloads. This client maintaining the data engineering team, data analyst team, data science team. Mainly he is mainly looking for only data related movement from source to destination, batch processing data, live data, vendor related data. Right? We need to move this all data movement from source to destination. Right? So here a client is not going to bother about this infrastructure, firewalls or any something, any RDBMS. So no need. His main intention is client main intention is we need to handle in the data workloads. He need all these services must and should be in one place. There is no, he's not mainly he don't want to integrating all those services automatically. We need to do all these integrations. He is expecting some Power BI for generating the advanced reports, right? So his main intention is he's not going to set up the each and every services integrations, connections, right? Permissions. So we don't want this type of headaches. We need a one service. We need a one platform. We need a one analytical tool. We need a one analytical tool. Analytical tool means, so I want to generate some reports. I want to store large volume of data. I want to create some ETL process. I want to run my pipelines on schedule manner. Here I want to work with multiple teams like a data engineering team, data analyst team, some business intelligence, right? These all teams must and should be worked in one workspace. Workspace means it is a place all the team members are working together, right? So we need a one single workspace. In single workspace, I want to work with the multiple teams, and I need a one analytical tool. That analytical tool must and should provide the Power BI. And for storing the data warehouse, we need a Synapse. For creating the ETL pipelines, I need a data factory. It must and should be there in one place only. I don't want to integrate all those things. For example, if you write any notebooks in Databricks, I just written one notebook, right? I want to add this notebook into the data factory. What is the normal procedure? In Azure Data Factory, we need to come to the node inside pipeline under the activity. We need to add a notebook activity or a data flow activity. If you add the notebook, we need to pass the Databricks workspace name, personal access token number, and widgets. There are a lot of things we need to add it. I don't want these headaches. I need a one analytic tool. I need a one analytical tool. the tool actually uh, giving the fulfill to avoid this all headaches. So here we have a fabric. Microsoft actually introducing one service, that is a fabric, not service, one software. Microsoft introducing one software. That software is called Fabric. So then why we are calling it as Fabric as a service? Fabric as a service, software as a service. See, here we have a three components: infrastructure, platform, and the software as a service. Now, so here I'm saying like a Fabric, we can do Power BI, we can do data warehouse, we can do data factory. Means here we are doing the development related things, right? So then we can call it as a platform as a service. Then why we are calling it as a software as a service? So Fabric means it is a tool. So it is an analytical tool, correct? Here I'm using the SSMS tool, SQL Server. SSMS means SQL Server related management tool, right? It is a software, right? We just download the software from the Google. And I have a Visual Studio. It is also software which is provided by the Microsoft. So it is a software. Here we can do all the development related part. I can write Python code. I can write PySpark code. I can write SQL code, .NET related things, as well as I can write even though DevOps related automations also I can write here. So it is a software. Same like Microsoft introducing one software. That software is called Fabric. That software is called Fabric. So Fabric means it is a single workspace. So let me open this Fabric. See, once if you create the Fabric, here in down, here we have a options to select data engineer, data factory, data engineer, a data science, or a data warehouse. We need to select it. I will explain the beginning of the how we are going to create the Fabric. So Fabric means it is a single workspace. It is a single work. This is our Microsoft Azure Fabric portal. So right, the condition is, guys, here the condition is, here I'm using the Microsoft Azure portal, whether it's a free trial or a pay as you go, does not matter. The thing is, here I'm using the at gmail.com. Here I'm using the at gmail.com, means it is a personal email ID. It is a personal email ID. So Fabric, Microsoft is not allowing to create the personal email IDs. Must and should we need a domain ID. Must and should we need a domain ID in real time. So we have a domain, right? Once if you join any company like a TCS and Cognizant, so we can able to see like email cloud something freak at tcs.com, at cognizant.com, at techmahindra.com. So those are domains. These domains actually which is provided by the real-time companies or clients or vendors. But when we are learning this Fabric, when we are doing some POCs, so Microsoft is not allowing to do the overlaps. So definitely we need a domain ID. You need to buy one domain. So we have a GoDaddy website is there, right? So if you want, you can buy the domain ID from the GoDaddy. Or else, so so what I can say, the best recommended is please go and buy the domain in GoDaddy website only. Because if you buy the domain ID, right, they will give the some. We need an email ID actually. So we need to log in it with respect to that domain. So while creating the Fabric portal, we need to give one password, so one code. That code actually they are going to send through the mail only, domain mail only. So definitely we need a domain. The domain master should having the email ID, not Gmail, domain mail ID. Okay. So we have another way also is there. So this is the URL actually. So by using this URL, we can connect the Microsoft, sorry, we can connect the Fabric portal. Fabric portal. Generally, how we are going to connect Azure portal? We have a portal.azure.com. By using portal.azure.com, so we can connect the Microsoft Azure portal. Right? Microsoft Azure portal is different. Fabric portal URL is different. Both URL is different. Here question is, so in real time, are we going to create two accounts? So generally we have two URLs, one URL for portal.azure.com and one URL for Fabric only. Fabric only. Okay, even though in Microsoft portal also we have a Fabric, the Microsoft Fabric, but here I'm not going, I don't have any access to create the Microsoft Fabric. The reason is here I'm using my personal Gmail ID. If you have own any domain ID, right, like a tcs.com, scl.com, something, yes, they are going to allow to create the Microsoft Fabric. If you click on the Microsoft Fabric, so if you click on create the unsupported account, you can't create Microsoft capacity using personal account. Use your organization account instead. So we need an organization account. Then only we need to create the Fabric. So that is the reason. So I just buy my own domain into the GoDaddy. I have created my own domain. See, something I'm on shown at cloudfreak.in. So this is my own domain. I just buy this domain into the GoDaddy. Okay. For example, GoDaddy means definitely we need to uh, put some money. We need to effort some money. Either maybe they are going to charge 1,000 or 500 or 2,000. Not sure, but definitely they are going to charge them. Is there any another way? Is there another way for temporarily for creating the fabric? Yes. So we have a fake websites is there, temporary website, https://temp.mail.organization.in. Right? By using this website, we can create temporary domains. This is a user ID at something domain ID. Domain ID is a temporary email address. If you refresh, right? If you refresh this website, so this email address may be changed, I guess. See? So we don't have any fixed one. We don't have any here fixed. For example, I just created a Fabric by using this temporary mail ID. Okay. So if you want this, go for this temporary mail ID for login, we need to create some premium account. Here also we need to, they are going to charge some amount. Right. If you refresh the page, it's going to uh, give the new one. So that is not the right way. So here we are missing the older one. Right. So that is the reason. So best recommended to go and buy the GoDaddy website. For example, even though by using this temporary ID also we can create it. Okay, copy this one. So this is the URL, Fabric URL. Where it is. Copy this one. Paste it here. Click on it. Or else let me try this in different browser. Fabric sign in going on. So now here we need to pass the email ID. So email ID means your domain email ID. Okay, let me show you. So copy this temporary email ID and paste it here. Click on submit. See, let's get started. So what kind of email it is, whether it is an organization or an email. So if you select email, if you select the personal email address, they are not going to allow you. So make sure you need to select the organization only. Click on next. There is a temporary passcode will they are going to send to the your email ID. So here we need to create the password. Let me create the password. Here I'm gonna give the okay. See, verification code we need to pass it. So this is our temporary mail ID. So here in down there is a inbox. See, so 666 327. Just now I got this mail 666 327. Okay, click on next. So here we need to pass some temporary details. Cloud freak something. Country is India. Phone number. Click on next. Get started. Click on next. 14 days only, guys, free trial. Okay. So you need to install Microsoft Authenticator app into your system, sorry, in your phone. Let me install a Microsoft Authenticator app into my phone. Microsoft Authenticator. Install. So here there is option called, click on next. So once if you install the Microsoft Authenticator app, right, you need to select the work or a school. Okay, let me wait. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Yeah, click on add or a school account. Okay, click on next. So I need to scan the QR code. Scan the QR code. Okay, finish. Okay. Click on next. Yes, let me enter this number into my phone. 94. Approved. Next. Done. Yes. See, I'm successfully logged into the Microsoft Fabric. Maybe in future, guys, maybe okay, fine, no problem. We can use this temporary Fabric account, but maybe in future, if you are yeah, maybe in system, maybe your system goes to restart or you're trying to log in this Fabric into the different browser, right? Definitely, we need to specify some verification code. But unfortunately, here we are using the temporary email ID, right? Once if you close this browser, definitely our email address is going to be gone, right? So that is the reason. Please go and buy the GoDaddy. First, let first try to this temporary mail ID. Okay. So any questions up to here? Please let me know. When compared to the normal Microsoft Azure portal, Data Factory, Databricks, Power Base, and apps, Fabric is very, very easy, guys. Right here, we don't have any headaches. So everything it's a very easy and cool manner. Any questions? Anyone?
Awesome. Down, can we use our organization mail ID?
So you need to check with your manager first,
Okay.
because definitely they are going to charge some amount.
Okay.
Right. So once if you successfully logged into the Microsoft
This Fabric is charging something.
so no, here I'm using free trial, right? They are not going to charge until you go for pay as you go. Okay, see. So in left side, we have a Microsoft Fabric. Okay, click on this one. So you need to select which work you are going to do, whether it's a data engineer or a data science or a data warehouse or directly any Power BI data factory, you need to decide. Okay, fine. Here we are related to data engineer. Click on data engineer. Here also we are following the hierarchy, guys. In Microsoft Azure portal also, we are doing hierarchy, right? So we have a single tenant ID. We have, if you want, we can do the multiple tenant ID, but in Fabric, we have only single unique tenant ID. Okay. So once if you click on data engineer, here we are able to see the my workspace, one lake, something. Okay. See, let me open this one. All right. Once if you enter into the fabric, so these are all the main components which is available in fabric. For example, if you go for a data factory, what are the main components? Like we have a integration runtime, linked services, data sets, pipelines, activities, triggers. But here we have a data factory, but you don't see any integration runtime. You don't see any linked service. You don't see any data sets. Just here we have a pipeline, that pipeline having the activities, and we have a parameters, we have a simple parameters and we have a triggers. That's it. We are not going to worry about any integrations runtimes, linked services. Everything will be taken care by the Microsoft only. Automatically, based upon your source, automatically Microsoft backend, it will take care by this authentication, authorization, and gateway connectivity. We are not going to bother about this integration runtimes, linked services, and data set. Okay, that is one advantage, especially for data factory point of view. Next. So here we are able to see one lake, one security, guys. In normal Microsoft Azure portal, we need a virtual network to connect our data factory, Databricks, Key Vault, SQL, and Synapse. Through there is IP address will be generated based upon specific IP address range. So specific team going to connect it. But our project related to data engineer only, data related work only. Here we have a data engineer, data science. So here we are completely tagging to the only single data engineer. That's it. Single data engineer. Data science is different. Data engineer. We are part of only data engineer. We are part of data engineer. Means automatically this security will be taken by the Microsoft only. We are not going to worry about virtual networks, IP address, private endpoint. Nothing is there. Here there is no role-based access control. Here we don't have any vault access policies. Nothing. One security. There is a single security which is provided by the Microsoft. It will take care by the Microsoft only. That is one advantage. Second advantage, security point of view. Third one lake. Then what is one lake? What is one lake? See, we have while creating the storage account, I want to store the large volume of data. Which option we need to select it? Can you please confirm anyone?
Synapse warehouse.
While creating the storage account, I want to store the large volume of data into my storage account. Which option we need to select?
Data Lake Gen 2.
Yes, correct. Azure Data Lake Gen 2, we need to select, right? So there is a hierarchical namespace, right? Here we are going to store the any type of data workloads. We can store the large volume of data. Here we are going to create a container. Right? We need to give the permissions, all those things. But when compared to normal Azure Data Lake Gen 2 into the Microsoft Azure portal, same like here we are calling it as ADLS Gen 2. Here we are going to call it as a one lake. But when compared to normal Azure Data Lake Gen 2, one lake having the thousands of features, thousands of advantages while compared to normal ADLS Gen. Here we can store the any type of data workload. If you want to store any data warehouse related workloads, yes, we can store it. Synapse related data warehouse also, we can store it into one lake. If you normally in Azure Data Lake Gen 2, we can store any type of structured data. That data also we can store it. Parquet data, CSV data, any type of data we can store it into the one lake. When compared to the ADLS Gen 2, one lake is the better choice. Having the best features, best things. We can store anything. We can store any type of data, large volume of data, we can store it to the one lake. Same like ADLS Gen 2. Same like ADLS Gen 2, but when compared to ADLS Gen 2, one lake having the n number of advantages. Okay, and one more thing, it is a serverless compute. Serverless compute. Can you please help me? What is compute, anyone? Why we need compute? When we go for compute?
When we need servers, some RAM, some CPUs, and some securities related and everything, like
Okay, got it.
Managing
Then when we need
infrastructure.
a server, okay, fine. So you said server is good, server having the compute, RAM, memory, hard disk, okay, fine. Then when we use these servers as a data engineer point of view, why we are using
Well,
these servers?
To create nodes.
Very good,
cluster nodes.
very good. Cluster. In data engineering related point of view, whether it's a data flows or a data bricks, we are creating the cluster, right? Cluster having the group of machines.
Yes.
Every machine having the RAM, memory, hard disk. Those things we can call it as a computer or not.
Yes.
Here, Fabric, there is no headaches, guys. Here, no need to create any clusters. Here, we don't have any clusters concepts. Automatically, cluster backend cluster is there. You can just select it. That's it. Within fraction of seconds, this cluster will be enabled. But in Databricks, manually we need to go for workspace and we have to select the compute, all-purpose compute, job compute. In all-purpose compute, we need to select the legacy scheduled compute or a personal compute. We need to give the cluster name, runtime version, Park version, auto scaling, how many minimum and maximum. There are a lot of things we need to take care of it. But here, serverless compute. No need to create any clusters. No need to create any missions. Here we can write under this Fabric, we can write Spark query code, TSQL code also, transaction related SQL code also. Here we are going to write the KQL code also. It is a new one, KQL.
Custom query
Correct?
language, right?
KQL, yes. KQL also. Here we can generate the advanced Power BI reports. Here, well, compared to the normal Microsoft Azure Synapse, so here we can do the data science related workloads, real-time related workloads, data engineer related. See, Synapse related data engineer and real-time related things, both are different, guys. Data science is different, data engineer related different. Synapse actually suitable for data factory, Synapse suitable for data engineer and data science. If your data science handling only data science related factory, data science related data movements, data warehouse, we can do separately. Data engineer related data factory, Synapse, we can do separately. Okay, no need to integrate all those things. Everything will be there in one place only. Okay, that's why Fabric we can call it as a all-in-one book. Right, all-in-one means that book having that one single book having the all subjects, Telugu, Hindi, English, Math, Science, Social. Right, for easy manner. Everything, yeah, everything will be there in one place. That's why we can call it as all-in-one. Right? Okay, fine. So only here there is a new some of the terminologies we here we are expecting. The very first one is you need to first click on respective option, data engineer. Okay, right, fine. Next, you need to create a workspace. So you are already familiar. In Databricks, we need to create a workspace, right? Workspace means where we are going to work with all the team members, right? Here we in real time we are going to create the workspaces. Okay, dev project, dev GMR. Environment wise, here we are going to maintain the workspaces. Dev. Okay, you need to specify the project description, which domain your project. That project works image you need to add it, like apply. Try free. Got it. Right. See, workspace. I get started with the Synapse. I think I need to upgrade, I guess. Let me try one more time. I think it's a free trial, right? We need to create only one workspace. If workspace settings, here we need to, I think, increase the multiple workspaces, I guess. License, click on edit. Is there any options to go for this? Let's try one more time.
Yes, Revan, small doubt.
Introduce 1 minute. Introducing task flow premium. Okay, got it. Got it. Yes, successfully created. Yeah, please.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది యూఐ అంటే యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఇది మొత్తం పవర్ బిఐ సర్వీసెస్ లాగా ఉంది.
Yes,
మనం
Sandeep. Yes.
అంటే అది ఇది సేమ్ డిఫరెంట్.
Yes, we can do the advanced Power BI related things. Whatever we are doing the Power BI reports, right? Everything we can do it here as well.
ఇది పవర్ బిఐ సర్వీసెస్ లాగా మనము
Yes,
వర్క్ స్పేసెస్
yes,
కూడా క్రియేట్
correct,
చేస్తున్నాం,
correct,
ఎవ్రీథింగ్ సేమ్
correct.
లాగా.
Yes, correct.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Others, any questions? Okay, here we need to create a multiple workspaces. So inside workspaces, we click on new item. Here you need to select the what you are trying to do here. You are going to create any data factory pipeline or a data flow, Azure Data Factory data flow, or Azure Data Lake. You need to select it, whether it's a notebook. So you need to select it, guys. For example, here I'm planning to do the data factory, some Azure Data Factory pipeline. Click on OK. To create data pipeline, you need to free Microsoft Fabric trial capacity. Unfortunately, your Microsoft tenant has reached the maximum number of available free trial capacity. Go to the documentation. Okay. No worries. So instead of this one, let me use my own only. So data engineer. So here I have already workspace is there. Click on workspace. So here we need to create either it is a data factory pipeline or any one lake data lake or a Spark notebooks, any Spark jobs or a data warehouse. You need to decide. Let me select the data pipeline. So let me pass the pipeline. For example, here we are doing the incremental load. Tomorrow I will show you the same incremental load. Okay. So consider my source is the Azure SQL, guys. My source is it. Let me select the pipeline activity. So the very first activity is lookup, right? Let me select the lookup. So lookup means here we need to specify the, see guys, here directly I'm creating the pipeline. Did you see any integration runtimes here? Did you see
No.
any linked services? Did you see any data sets here?
No.
Almost 30 to 40%. We just avoided this type of headaches right here.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the advantages for this fabric. So see here we don't have any options to create the data set. Simple here we need to select the connection only. Simple here we need to select the connection. More click on more. So you need to select the source. My source is Azure SQL. Azure SQL. Like the way you need to select it here, you need to pass the server name, database name, connection details. You need to specify it. After that, so we can pass the select star from metadata. Next, we'll add the for each activity. I will implement the save lab by tomorrow. Okay. See, same. Inside the for each, we can add the remaining activities like
Get metadata.
Get metadata, right? See, click on activities, get metadata. Next, if right, if activity.
Effect.
Under this, we need to add which one? Copy activity. Under true, copy activity. Copy activity, right? So next, under false, we need to add a
Wait
wait
activity.
activity. Wait activity. That's it, simple. Okay. So we'll implement the same incremental load concept by tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we'll see the lab with respect to the Spark notebooks. I will start the data frames, how we are going to read the data. It's very, very easy, guys, when compared to the Databricks, Datafacts, normal data flows, right? Normal Microsoft Azure portal. Here, the way of doing the things is very, very easy. Okay, nowadays, 30 to 40% projects are preferring Fabric. Projects already started with Fabric. Okay. Right, that's it for today. We'll implement this incremental load concept by tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we'll see the data frame lab by day after tomorrow. Any questions, let me know. So on next Monday onwards, we'll do the lab simultaneously. For example, if you are talking about the normal Microsoft Azure Databricks, here we are doing something like any joins or any pyspark function, right? We'll try to implement the same lab in normal Databricks, and we'll implement the same things in Fabric, same vice versa, so that we'll save the time. We'll try to finish the course as soon as possible. Okay, so I will explain these components, the hierarchy, by tomorrow. Like what is the first one is data engineering, second you need to create a workspace, all right? So next, your selection, either it is Spark notebooks or a data factory, you need to select it. Okay. Any questions?
Yes, Shravan.
Yeah, please.
So the thing is, in coming future, this ADF, this fabric will replace the Databricks.
No, 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 no.
Okay,
See, even though
okay, because
Databricks also, Databricks, actually Spark actually inbuilt feature which is available in Databricks. So without Databricks, there is no Spark. Here also inbuilt, we are following the Databricks only. Okay, but UI point of view, they are just avoided. They are directly integrating the Spark only. So actually, Spark Databricks following the Spark-based methodology only. Here, their main intention is avoiding the cluster creations. Right, that is the reason. Everything we are developer for saving the developer time. Main reason.